Hey there, Postal here. So today we finally got the information on the new Spitfire 16 missions. This clearly is not the Spitfire 16. But this is my Spitfire 9, which you can see I don't fly all that often. So you'd think, hey, Postal's not looking forward to this upcoming premium plane because he doesn't play his normal Tier 7 Spitfire. That's not necessarily true. I do like Tier 7 quite a bit, and I do want to see what the Spitfire 16 has to offer. But first, before we get into the Spitfire 16, I need to earn it. Well, how do I earn it? Well, starting early morning on February 21st, so that is going to be on Monday morning. It's a holiday in the United States. You'll be able to start doing these missions. You've got a full month to do the missions. And it's 25 missions. So this is kind of going in the direction I was hoping it was going to be going. The Tier 9 premium plane that they had available to grind, the Antonov M Masha, was 35 missions in 30 days. That was a slog. What are we going to run into with 10 less missions in the same time frame? So, as with any of the missions, you can buy certificates in the premium shop and skip the whole thing, or skip the ones that you find difficult. And to be honest, as I've looked over these missions ahead of time, there's only a couple that I feel will be on the more difficult side for somebody that's not even good at the game. There's only a handful that are really going to be difficult. A lot of these are just cumulative missions, meaning that you'll get them eventually because you just have to get a couple kills here, a couple kills there, a couple ground targets here, a couple ground targets there. And we'll go over that in some more detail in just a second. Actually, it starts off right here with Mission 1. Destroy 50 enemy aircraft in any number of battles. That's going to take as long as it takes you to kill enemy aircraft. Keep in mind, enemy aircraft are not the same as aerial targets. Enemy aircraft literally means the planes on the opposite team. So air defense aircraft and bombers that are coming from a command center do not count as enemy aircraft. And so don't go out there just killing all the air defense aircraft and expecting your 50 enemy aircraft number to grow. It will not. Make sure you're killing literally just the enemy as far as trying to go for this particular mission. Mission number 2 is destroy 100 aerial targets. Now that does include air defense aircraft, that does include bombing runs, and so you just shoot everything that's red or white, and you'll be getting the aerial targets killed on this one. And so that you can see the difference in the word choice there. Cool thing about mission number 1 is you get a day of premium account. I would say as you get close to this one, completing the 50, make it at a time frame where you can fully take advantage of that one extra day of premium time. If you don't have premium time normally, 1 day is very helpful. And so I'd hate for you to get the 50 enemy aircraft and then log off for a day and miss out on your premium account time. Once you complete the second mission, you'll get 10 fire extinguishers for period 2. These are the premium fire extinguishers. Mission 3, participate in capturing 30 sectors in any number of battles. And so you can see these missions are going to be a little bit all over the place. You're not going to be able to just take out your one airplane and get this effectively done. For destroying 50 enemy aircraft, you might want to be in something that's, you're probably going to want to be in a heavy fighter or a fighter that's geared towards taking down aircraft, right? For destroying 100 aerial targets, that same plane might be viable, but you can still be doing other things as well. For participating in capturing 30 sectors, might take out your bomber, your ground attacker, your heavy fighter. Your multi-rolls can be good at that as well, especially if you're in a flight. You get some airframe elements when you capture 30 sectors, and again, these are all in any number of battles. We don't get into a specific battle that you need to complete in a specific mission that you need to complete in one battle until mission number 4. Destroy 5 enemy aircraft while attacking sectors in a single battle. So this is really going to be built for multi-rolls and for heavy fighters. Regular fighters can do it to a lesser extent if that's your cup of tea. But destroy 5 enemy aircraft while attacking sectors. Keep in mind, enemy aircraft. Pay attention to that word choice. That does not mean air defense aircraft. So don't go in there flipping a sector by killing all the air defense aircraft thinking that that's attacking a sector and killing enemy aircraft. It is not. Flying Vanguard achievement is going to be mission number 5. Then you get some cool boosters for completing mission number 5. What is Flying Vanguard? Well, Flying Vanguard is an achievement that you can earn in a multi-role fighter, a bomber, or a ground attacker. Capturing 5 sectors in one of those 3 plane types will earn you a Flying Vanguard achievement. And so you'll have to take out one of those, and you'll have to do it in one battle. If you enjoy ground attackers and bombers, it's not an overly difficult achievement to earn. Multi-roles, it can be a little bit more difficult simply because you're pulled in a bunch of different directions sometimes as a multi-role. As much as you would like to just be attacking sectors, sometimes you got to kill those air targets. Sometimes you got to go defend a sector. Multi-role can sometimes be just pulled around in a different situation based on trying to win a battle. And so it might be easier just from a simplicity standpoint of taking out a bomber or a ground attacker for that particular achievement. Keep in mind, a lot of these, all of these you need to be tier 4 and above. And so you want to be paying attention to making sure that you're in those tiers. Mission number 6. Destroy 70 air defense aircraft in any number of battles. So it's kind of the opposite of mission number 1, right? This one's only killing air defense aircraft. For me personally, I'll take out a fast fighter, because you can get yourself stuck in, dogfight a little bit, and then move along. Heavy fighters are going to be really good at this. That being said, sometimes heavy fighter guns take a lot of chunk damage out and then leave an air defense aircraft on super low health, and you're not able to turn with those planes, so you just kind of got to leave them. But you want to honestly just take out your best air-to-air combat attacker plane, and the one you feel most comfortable with. That's the key. Don't go out there taking out a plane that Postal is going to feel the most comfortable in, because that's me. Your playstyle might be a little bit different, and so you definitely want to go with comfortability. Mission number 7. Oh, you get some premium ammo that I will just sell because I don't find value in this ammunition type, but I do find value when I get the credits back for it. Mission number 7 is destroy 250 sections of ground targets in any number of battles. You are definitely going to want a bomber or a ground attack aircraft for this particular mission. Yeah, it's gonna take time to get that knocked out. It's not gonna take the rest of your life or anything like that, but you're going to want to go into a plane that you can take out big chunks of sections of ground targets, so that you're getting this completed in shorter amount of time. You get a steel supply crate, which is pretty cool. Steel supply crates, you can win premium planes, you can win premium time, you can win gold, you can win parts. Steel supply crates are pretty nice. Mission number 8. Again, this is a mission for any number of battles. Deal 200,000 hit points of damage to aerial targets in any number of battles. That's gonna take a hot minute. Yeah, we're just gonna say that's gonna take a hot minute. Let's say even if you're doing 10,000 damage to aerial targets each battle, we're talking 20 battles. So this is going to be a time-consuming one. Conceivably, you can do it in any plane, but you're really going to want to be in, probably going to want to be in a high-tier heavy fighter, to be honest. Simply because you're going to have the opportunity to do damage to bombers and ground attackers, and those are the high health pool planes. And heavy fighters do the most damage to those. Higher tier the better, because there's going to be more health out there and you're going to have heavier hitting guns. There are going to be some planes like the J7Ws that have really heavy hitting cannons that might feel comfortable doing this in. But my recommendation, what I'm going to be taking out is things going to be like the Javelin and the ME262s and the XF90s. Things like that are going to be what I'm going to be hopping into, and what I recommend others hopping into as well. Get some more parts for completing this particular mission. Mission number 9, receive a Hero of the Sky achievement. You get a lot of parts for this one. So Hero of the Sky, I've posted a video on earning the Hero of the Sky achievement. I'll put a link in the description, or maybe I'll put a card up here, top right hand corner, you'll be able to click on. It gives a basic on how to achieve a Hero of the Sky. This can be earned in any plane. And so my recommendation would be take out a tier 4 plane that you've comfortably earned a Hero of the Sky badge previously in, and try to fly it. And don't get frustrated. A Hero of the Sky is one of those things that more often than not you kind of just trip and fall and get it. You just have a good battle, and a really good battle, and you're able to earn it. But my recommendation would be find the plane that you just enjoy flying and you're able to earn it in, rather than taking out a plane that you know other people do well in, or is a good plane but you're just not synced up with it, and it's going to be frustrating and you're going to be annoyed with the game at that point. So don't do that. But Hero of the Sky, at least you can earn it in literally any plane, tier 4 and above. Receive a Lambert medal. So Lambert is a specific to multi-role fighter medal. Once you complete mission 10, you get some more boosters, which is always awesome. What is the Lambert, though? Lambert is awarded for earning at least 400 capture points in a single sortie with a multi-role fighter. It's relatively basic. Some of the other medals that are like this, that are specific to their plane type, require you to take down aerial targets while earning that 400 capture points, or doing ground damage while earning that 400 capture points. The Lambert is pretty basic. Just earn the 400 capture points in a multi-role fighter. It doesn't care if you're attacking or defending. Doesn't care if you're doing air damage or ground damage, which is great because you're in a multi-role and should be able to do all that stuff. So remember, you can earn capture points while defending sectors. Take advantage of that for sure. Mission number 11 deals 750,000 damage to ground targets in any number of battles. Much like the 200,000 ground damage to aerial targets that we talked about in mission 8? Yep. This one is just going to take time. Much like that mission for 200,000 air damage, you're going to want the higher tier ground attacker or bomber that you have, the better for this plane. And that's really what you're going to, for this mission, that's what you're going to want to be in. You don't want to be in a multi-role fighter. There's only so much ground damage you can do in a multi-role fighter. You don't want to be in a heavy fighter because they just don't do nearly the ground damage that even a multi-role fighter does. You're going to want to be in a ground attacker. You're going to want to be in a bomber, whichever one you're more comfortable in. And you're going to want to be as high tier as possible because they do more damage, typically. And you've got more damage on the ground to actually destroy. You can do this in a tier 5 bomber, right? You can do this in a tier 5 ground attacker. It's just going to take you forever, and a very long time. So keep that in mind as far as the time frame is concerned. Again, it is any number of battles. So if you've got the time to just be off of work, or you've got some time to just plug in a week's worth of flying, you can get this mission in any tier. I'm just talking about what's going to be the most efficient and quickest manner. You get some pneumatic control assist, the premium one version of it, so that's super swell. Mission 12. Yeah, I'm enthusiastic about that, aren't I? Earn 120,000 personal points in any number of battles. And you earn 20 tokens when you complete this mission. This one's a pretty nice one, in my opinion. You can do some pretty simple math and say, well, on average, I do 10,000 personal points per battle. Well, there you go. It's going to take you 12 battles to complete that on average. Maybe you're able to get a couple really good games in there and pump out 20,000, or let's say your average is 15,000. You'll get this done quicker. If your average is 5,000 personal points per game, well, it's going to take you 24 battles to complete this mission. Again, it's an any number of battles mission, so just put your head down low and keep on plugging along. Mission number 13. This is a single battle mission. You earn a steel crate from it, so that's nice. It is destroy 30 armored sections of ground targets in a single battle. So keep in mind that's the little parts to the different sectors. When you're looking at some of those anti-aircraft sections, typically they have 2 soft targets and 2 armored targets. Only the armored targets are going to count towards this for your ground targets. In my opinion, the best type of plane for this is going to probably be a ground attacker or a bomber. Ground attackers I like because in this kind of situation you can be a little bit more surgical about exactly what you're aiming for, getting those armored targets knocked out. Then again, bombers, you throw enough crap at the ground and you're going to destroy everything, so there's certainly no harm in taking out a bomber in this one. Multi-rolls can do it, but again, multi-rolls just kind of get pulled around in a bunch of different directions depending on the situation. And so typically a ground attacker and a bomber is going to be your best option. What's nice about this is you can take any tier, so you don't need to have your tier 8, 9, or 10 GA or bomber. If that's not what you have, you can complete mission 13, tier 4 and above. Mission 14, destroy 7 enemy fighters in a single battle. You heard me right. Wargaming finally changed the frickin' battle mission where you have to kill 9 enemy fighters in a single battle. You know, the one that turns people into frickin' jello because they're just full of rage and apathy. And yeah. So they had 2 of the 9 enemy fighter missions in a single battle on the Masha missions. I told you those were going to be the hardest, and they definitely ended up being the hardest missions. 7 enemy fighters is definitely not easy, but it's also much more attainable. I'm super excited about this one, simply because it's not 9. I know I'm not going to get it on the first try, but at least I'm going to be able to not have to spend literally... I spent probably a fifth of my time on the 35 missions. I probably spent about 20-25% of my time on those 2 missions. That tells you how just ridiculous the 9 fighter kill missions were. 7 enemy fighters. Get some advanced gas operated action, which is nice. Some extra equipment. And GOAs are always useful. Mission number 15, a Marseille medal. This might actually be the most difficult medal to earn on this this particular set of achievements. You earn some boosters. What is the Marseille medal? Marseille is kill 17 aerial targets in a single sortie. Yeah, you heard me right there. It's not the most difficult thing in the world to get. What puts it really over the top is you have to win the battle too. So, 17 kills in a single sortie, win the battle. So you've got some things that you have under your control as far as killing the aerial targets. You can go out there in your, whatever plane you feel most comfortable in getting 17 kills in one sortie in. Typically for me, that's going to be a fighter of some sort. But definitely can be done in a lot of different planes, so multi-rolls and heavies across the board, right? It's the winning the battle that can be difficult. Sometimes the enemy team's just stronger, right? Sometimes they are able to not have nearly as good of personal point gain, but they are able to do the right things to win a battle. I've been on both sides of this where I could have earned a Marseille, but didn't win the battle, and I've also stopped somebody from earning a Marseille because we were able to pry a win from the jaws of defeat. So Marseille is just one of those, take out a plane that you feel comfortable in taking out aerial targets and that you enjoy playing and plug along. Do not get overly frustrated if you're not able to earn a Marseille quickly. It might take a while. It might also be one of those missions that if you do want to spend any kind of money on tokens, this might be one of those missions that you go ahead and do that on. Mission number 16, earn 5,000 capture points in any number of battles. Now, again, it's an any number of battles type situation. This one can be kind of fickle. Sometimes, sometimes you get, I've gotten 1,000 capture points in a battle before. It's few and far between. Most of the time it's like 250 or something stupid like that. So take out a plane that you're just going to strictly be doing capturing in. And keep in mind, though, capturing can be defending a sector. You earn capture points by defending a sector if your sector is not fully captured, like your sector is only half blue, and you kill an enemy target in that sector, you gain some capture points back. So you can get a ton of capture points by defending one sector, but you got to kind of got to work the system in that regard. So just be mindful of that. Sometimes it's easier just to take out a bomber, ground attacker, multi-roll, and just keep literally capturing sectors. It's a little bit more straightforward in that situation. Keep in mind, beating mission 16 earns you a day of premium time. So if you complete mission 16, be mindful of what you're doing for the next 24 hours because you want to try to take advantage of that premium time. Again, this is any number of battles, so just plug along. Mission number 17, destroy 75 enemy aircraft while defending sectors in any number of battles. This is going to be a mission that you want to take out a fighter. Typically, for me personally, I'm going to take out a really turny fighter, or a mostly turny fighter that has just enough speed. You earn some premium ammunition when you complete this mission. So keep in mind it's 75 enemy aircraft, meaning it's only the red team, no air defense aircraft, no bombing runs while defending sectors. A really easy way to earn enemy aircraft kills while defending sectors is capture a sector that's kind of near their spawn point and camp that, and as they spawn out, they'll toddle over to your sector and you'll kill them. Another good sector to go to is if there's a center location that's important to the game, like some of those maps that have like a military base in the center. You take your tourney fighter there and you defend the heck out of that sector. You can get quite a bit of kills in that manner. My first recommendation of sitting near, sitting at like a garrison that's near their spawn point, I've literally gotten ace badges, 20 aerial kills in Focke-Wulf 190D, which is by no means an air defense aircraft type plane, simply because the aircraft would spawn and they'd trundle over to your sector and you'd just blast them out of the sky while they're in the sector. So it's a pretty viable tactic. 75 enemy aircraft is going to take a while. It's going to take at least 10 battles, I'd say. At least 10 battles. So, again, keep plugging along. Mission number 18. Deal 1.75 million hit points of damage to ground targets in any number of battles. Well, that's a lot, isn't it? Like my previous recommendation, you're going to want to be in your highest tier ground pounding plane. And you're going to want to plug along. You get some premium consumables, but the mission's just going to be, guess what I'm doing? I'm taking out my IL-40P or my MEP 1102B or my SU-10 or my EF-131, or maybe I'll just rotate through the 4 of those and just keep battling and keep doing ground damage and keep on keeping on. Don't get frustrated by a bad game, because it doesn't matter, because you just roll on to the next one and do some more damage. So yeah, keep on keeping on. Mission 19, 220,000 personal points in any number of battles. That is a chunk of personal points. Again, taking our 10,000 personal points per game average, that's going to take 22 battles. So even just a good player, and in my opinion, 10,000 average is good, because you're going to, even if you're a good player, you're going to get games where you get 7,000 or 6,000 just because your team stomped the enemy team so quickly. And that balances out by the 14,000 that you get the next game. But it's going to take a while. 22 battles at that above average to good rating of 10,000 personal points. Again, if you're doing 5,000 personal points average per battle, this is going to take you 44 games. So yeah, you got that going for you. You get some boosters for this one, so that's always nice. Mission number 20, receive a Flying Paladin badge. You receive some advanced polished skin. I will take it, period 2. Ooh, this is stuff that we're going to be throwing on our Spitfire 16, now that I'm thinking about it, isn't it? Alright, so, Flying Paladin, what is this? Well, you can earn it in a fighter or a heavy fighter. If you're trying to earn it in a fighter, it is destroy 17 aerial targets in a battle. It doesn't need to be in a sortie. Doesn't need to be, it's aerial targets, so it can be the enemy, it can be air defense aircraft, it can be bomber flight group. The other way you can earn a Flying Paladin is with a heavy fighter, by killing 15 aerial targets. Same types of targets. So basically take out the plane that you're most comfortable in, fighter or heavy fighter, that you can earn 17 kills in your fighter or 15 kills in your heavy fighter, and you can earn a Flying Paladin. Mission number 21, destroy 100 enemy air defense aircraft in any number of battles. Again, you're going to earn a day of premium time. 100 is quite a lot, right? So, much like the previous mission, take out the plane that you're going to feel most comfortable in going for air defense aircraft. Again, my personal option is going to be a fast fighter. And that way I can get from sector to sector and actually kill the air defense aircraft. Heavy fighters do the job perfectly well, but sometimes they leave them on low hit points, and that can, when every air defense aircraft counts, typically I take a fighter. I've said this 100 times, I'm probably going to say it another 5 times, take out the plane that you're most comfortable in. Do not take out the plane that, that everybody else recommends if it's not the plane that you're going to be doing the best in. And also the plane that you're not going to be as frustrated in, too. Mission number 22, destroy 100 enemy aircraft while attacking sectors. This one is actually going to take quite a while. So keep in mind it's just enemy aircraft. So no air defense aircraft, no bomber flights. And you have to be attacking the sectors. So they have to be in the sector that you're trying to attack. This one, you know, you might only get 2 per frickin' battle just if the way the things line up. So this is just one of those, just plug along, keep attacking the enemy sectors, and taking out those enemy aircraft. You get some premium ammunition for that, and that's swell, isn't it? All right, mission number 23. Destroy 450 sections of ground target in any number of battles. Thank goodness. You earn some premium consumable there. Sections of ground target in any number of battles, you're really honestly going to want, especially with it being 450, as good as some multi-rolls can be air to ground. This 450 is a lot. If you want to get through this in any kind of relatively decent time frame, you're going to want a ground attacker or a bomber. Again, like I said before, take out something that you're comfortable with. Keep in mind, it's just destroying the sections of ground targets, so you don't need to be in a high-tier bomber or ground attacker to do this. You can take out your freaking IL-2 and do perfectly fine on this one. You know, you got an HS-129, so be it. Have fun with that. You can do it. You don't need to be high-tier for this one, so thank goodness for that. Mission number 24. Earn 5,000 personal points for destroying ground targets in a single battle. Why does this seem like one of the easiest missions in the whole list here? Am I not understanding this one properly? Earn 5,000 personal points for destroying ground targets in a single battle. I feel like if you are any good at ground attackers or bombers, this should be something that you get pretty often. Hell, I'm pretty sure you can get this in a multi-roll pretty easily. Maybe I'm misjudging it, but I'm really tentative to wonder if I am misjudging it. You get 2 steel supply crates, which is you know, well, these you got some good things coming in this. So maybe I'm misunderstanding this. Maybe I'm not. We'll see. It is a single battle mission. So good luck to all of us. Mission number 25. Receive a Camel medal. Camel medal is one of those. It's one of those medals. So it's on its face, it seems like a pretty simple and easy mission. Destroy 10 aerial targets in a single sortie. The targets must include aircraft of all 5 types. So killing 10 aerial targets, you need to kill at least 1 bomber, 1 GA, 1 multi-roll, 1 heavy fighter, and 1 regular fighter. The clincher is it needs to be a winning battle. So much like the Marseille medal previously, part of it is within your control and part of it is only partly in your control. McCampbell is one of those medals I get when I'm not trying to get it. When I try to get it, that's when it becomes difficult. So you want to be in a plane that is good at everything. And what I mean by literally everything is it also needs to be good at altitude. Because killing bombers, you're going to need something with altitude. So McCampbell is typically completed in a heavy fighter, because heavy fighters just have that ability to get to high altitude when they need to. That being said, there's definitely a lot of good fighters that can do this mission. There's a lot of good multi-rolls that can do this mission, so don't make it seem like it's only a heavy fighter type mission. That's not true at all. But you're definitely not going to want to take out well, the vast majority of ground attackers and bombers are not going to be able to get a McCampbell. There's some ridiculous that can. I would say probably a B-29C would be the one. Because it's 10 aerial targets. You know, obviously, there's some ground attackers that can kill, one of each target type if things line up properly. But for the vast majority of us, you're going to want to take out a heavy fighter that you feel comfortable in, that has some good heavy chunk damage that can take out ground attackers and bombers. Or if you've got a light fighter or a multi-role fighter that you feel comfortable in, and that you know you can kill bombers and ground attackers in, then take that out and do well. Remember, it's all within one sortie, and it's in a winning battle. So you need all that going your way. Then you'll earn the Spitfire XVI, and your hangar slot, and your trained crew. And you'll get this cool little commemorative achievement thing. Yay! So, what do I need to say in regards to the mission in general? I'm going to reinforce this just in case it's slipped through the cracks of understanding here. First and foremost, take out planes that you're comfortable in and planes that you enjoy. A lot of these missions are going to take a lot of time just because they're cumulative and they're meant to take a lot of time. Some of them might take you days and days, right? And so take out planes that you don't mind grinding on, that you enjoy flying, because it's not worth your mental health to get frustrated with some of these missions, right? The key is to just plug along and complete what you can complete. What I'm also going to say is, even if you don't think you can complete all these missions, or you don't expect to, or you don't even want to complete all the missions for the Spitfire 14, still attempt them. And the reason being is because you've still got the ability to earn free stuff. Destroy 50 enemy aircraft. That's eventually going to happen no matter what plane you're flying, and you get a day of premium time. Even if you only complete one mission, you get free rewards, right? And so do the missions, complete what you can complete, get some free stuff out of it. If you get to mission 7, you get a supply crate. If you don't, whatever, you got some parts. And so my suggestion would be to recommend everybody attempt to complete this, but don't stress out about it. It's not worth it. Spitfire 16 metrics are not available on the knowledge base for World of Warplanes. It seems like it's basically a Spitfire 9, this plane right here, with worse altitude performance but better turning ability. The wingtips are clipped basically, and the canopy's different. And so it's even more turny than a Spitfire, but it's got less altitude performance. So it kind of sort of sounds like it'd be similar to, it could be very similar to an A7M or a Yak 3, like that kind of ilk. And so is it right up your alley? Probably not, because most people don't like those two planes. But is it worth trying to get a free premium plane? Yeah, if it doesn't mess up your personal life, I would be pushing for it. Another quick question that was asked of me is, am I going to be doing a marathon mission kind of thing like I did for the Masha missions? The Masha missions were a little different. They had more needed to be completed in one battle type of games. So I will be posting videos on my grind for this, but I might not be doing every single mission. We'll see. I will probably be posting things like, mission number 4 or Flying Vanguard or Hero of the Sky and Lambert. Like, some of the Marseille, some of those missions that, are standout missions. Oh, the 7 enemy fighters in a single battle, yeah. Like the single battle ones, probably. Like Camel for sure. And so I suspect I'll be posting videos, but I just don't think I'm going to be posting 25 mission videos like I did for the Masha, where I did 2 videos per day. For 2 different reasons. I'm giving everybody this advice of, don't overdo it and don't stress out, and I'm not taking my own advice. And unfortunately, for better or for worse, I really didn't get a lot of views on those videos. I posted 35 videos in 2 weeks time frame, or maybe it was 18 days worth of time frame, and I didn't really get a lot of bang for my buck, considering I was literally spending all of my downtime making videos. I needed a break from the game after I finally got the Masha, and I just didn't get any. Unfortunately, I just didn't. My investment in it wasn't reciprocated. Not that that's on you guys. It's really just on. I know the community in general is a smaller community, so I'm going to take it a little bit easier this time, I believe, and just post videos as I get through the missions. Whether I post the last battle of Mission 1 or I post just a good game while I'm trying to get Mission 1, we'll see if that happens. If I don't have any good games while I'm trying to get Mission 1, well, I'm not going to post a Mission 1 type video. So I do want to try to get the Spitfire 16 as soon as possible, just so everybody can see if is it worth it at all. Unless somebody else has bought it ahead of time, we'll have to wait to get a video on the Spitfire 16. I'm still excited about it. In my opinion, any free plane, any free premium plane, is not necessarily a bad thing, Tier 7's kind of at that point where it's not quite good enough as far as credit earning potential is. But being top dog in a Tier 7 battle is almost never a bad thing. It's nice beating up on Tier 6s sometimes. Anyway, I hope the discussion about the missions was helpful. If you have any questions about a specific mission, please feel free to reach out either via the comments down below or hop in my Discord, and I can continue the discussion there. The link to the Discord channel is in my description below. Otherwise, I hope you guys have a great day. I would love to hear your feedback, and tell me, are you going to be pushing for the Spitfire 16, or is it something you're completely ignoring, or are you just going to kind of plug along and try to get some free premium time and free parts? I'd love to hear it down below. Have a good one.